This is Marie's Message 411 TV, and I'm bringing you another episode of our Hollywood celebrity. This one is about Sean Puff Diddy, Sean Combs, Puff Daddy. He has a few different names. But yes, that is the Hollywood celebrity that I am going to be talking about on this video. So, there is an update to the Sean Diddy case. His ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, it is now stated, been published, announced that Cassie Ventura is no longer remaining anonymous. She is going to use her name, and she is going to testify in Sean Diddy's case. Okay, I don't know Mr. Combs, Diddy. I don't know him. I don't know Cassie Ventura. I've only seen and heard stories about their life and what they have been through and what Sean is going through now in jail. So I choose not to give my opinion on this particular situation. There was a lot of abuse that went on in the relationship. There was even a video that was published to social media showing Sean Diddy Combs violently attacking and kicking Cassie Ventura. Now, toxic relationships, both partners can be guilty of doing toxic things to each other. I wasn't there. I don't know these people. I didn't witness anything. I'm just bringing you what was already been said, what has already been brought out to the public, right? Cassie Ventura separated herself from Sean Diddy Combs. She is no longer his partner. They were together for 10 years or more, and from my understanding, it was a toxic relationship, right? There was a financial lump sum of money that was given to Cassie during a court case between her and Sean Diddy Combs, and she received a lump sum payment. I don't remember or know the amount of what she was paid, but she took her money and went her way. Now they're saying, they published a story saying that Cassie Ventura is no longer remaining anonymous. She is going to testify, and she is going to use her name. What she plans to say, I'm getting tongue-tied. What she plans to say during her testimony, I don't know. I don't know if her testimony will support him, her ex, Mr. Combs, or her testimony will go against him saying that he's innocent of the charges that are being brought against him. I don't know. What I am doing as a vlogger, as a content creator, I am just bringing you the publication, the announcement that she is going to testify. So there's an article that I want to read to you, stating that she is no longer remaining anonymous. Now, after I give you the article, you can click like, share the video, leave your comment in the comment section, and please, when you leave a comment, type in an actual comment, because when you leave emojis, the algorithm look at it as a bot. It doesn't look at it as a real person. So to boost the algorithm, is better to type a comment. So type your comment in the comment section after this article, subscribe to my channel, like, share, right? This article was taken from the Hollywood Reporter, General News, the Hollywood Reporter. And this says, Cassie Ventura will testify using her name at her ex-partner's Sean Diddy Combs criminal trial. The longtime girlfriend of the incarcerated rap mogul will no longer be known as Victim 1 when she takes that stand at his sex trafficking and racketeering trial in New York next month. So the trial is next month, which is, we're now in April, so the trial will be in May. This was written by Kevin Dolak, April 7th, 2025. I do report my sources of where I get my information. Cassie Ventura is set to testify against her ex-partner Sean Diddy Combs at his upcoming trial and will not take the stand as Victim 1, but will use her name when she tells the court of her relationship with the rapper mogul as he defends himself against federal sex trafficking and racketeering charges. Ventura and 3 other alleged victims are set to testify in court at Combs' trial. In a Friday motion submitted by the prosecution, federal attorneys told the court that the witness listed as Victim 1 will no longer be testifying anonymously during the New York trial, which is set to begin May 5th of this year. Combs faces 5 counts on 3 charges of racketeering, sex trafficking, by forcing, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He has pleaded not guilty and denies any wrongdoing whatsoever. That was the end of that article. No, there's another part to the article. It says, Ventura is prepared to testify under her own name. Victim 2, Victim 3, and Victim 4 have asked that their identities not be revealed to the press or the public. I'm going to read that again. I thought the article was done. Here's more. Ventura is prepared to testify under her own name. There's other victims that's supposed to be testifying that I didn't know about, right? But here they are. Victim 2, Victim 3, and Victim 4 have asked that their identities not be revealed to the press or the public, wrote the prosecution, along with a request that pseudonyms be used in court for all the other accusers. I don't know what pseudonymous, PSEUDONYMS, pseudonymous be used in court for all the other accusers. I'm going to have to go look up that word because I don't know what that word means. It's a legal term that we know. This case has already received an exceptional amount of media coverage, which will presumably only increase as trial proceeds, they added. Permitting these measures will prevent unnecessary public disclosure of the victims' identities and the harassment from the media and others, undue embarrassment and other adverse consequences that would almost certainly follow if these women were forced to reveal their true names publicly at trial. Ventura's November 2023 civil lawsuit against Combs, with whom she was in an on and off relationship with from 2007 to 2018, was settled out of court the day after it was filed. But it also opened the door to a flood of civil lawsuits against the rapper and fashion power player, accusing him of various forms of sexual misconduct and crimes, including rape of women and men. As these civil lawsuits were being filed, 3 of Combs' properties were raided by the FBI, and he was arrested on September 16th. He has been denied bail multiple times and is now housed at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. In May, Ventura was back in the headlines when CNN leaked footage from a security camera at the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles, showing her fleeing a room only to be attacked by Combs as she waited for an elevator to arrive. In the footage, Combs, wearing a robe, is seen kicking Ventura, grabbing her by the hair and throwing her to the ground before grabbing her suitcase and handbag. Combs apologized for his role in the incident following its release, but his attorneys accused CNN of altering the footage in a March 13th filing, telling a judge the network removed the timestamp, changed the video sequence, and sped up the footage. This does not fairly and accurately depict the events, his team argued. On Thursday, federal prosecutors filed a revised indictment against Combs, bringing additional charges of sex trafficking and transportation to engage in prostitution related to a second victim. With this, he faces the same 3 federal offenses he was originally charged with, related to allegations of directing a vast criminal enterprise wherein he assaulted and trafficked women, then forced them to perform sex acts at freak-off parties. In arranging these performances, prosecutors allege Combs and his associates transported sex workers across state lines and internationally. These are some big, serious charges that they're bringing against this man. The new count alleges Combs recruited, enticed, harbored, transported, provided, obtained, advertised, maintained, patronized, and solicited victim number 2, and attempted, aided, and abetted, and willfully caused victim number 2 to engage in commercial sex acts, knowing in reckless disregard of the fact that victim 2 was engaged in commercial sex acts as a result of force, fraud, coercion. In a statement sent to the Hollywood Reporter, Combs' legal team said that the relationships and aspects of Combs' sex life with the women in question were thoroughly consensual. Let me repeat that. In a statement sent to Hollywood Reporter, Combs' legal team said that the relationships and aspects of Combs' sex life with women in question, or with the women in question, were thoroughly consensual. These are not new allegations or new accusations or new accusers, they wrote. These are the same individuals, former long-term girlfriends, who were involved in consensual relationships. This was their private sex life, defined by consent, not coercion. A grand jury also returned another count in Combs' case related to a leisure sex trafficking charge known as the Mann Act. MANN Act. Never heard of it. Go look it up. The Mann Act, which states that it's illegal to transport a person with the aim that the individual engage in prostitution, which relates to 2 of the alleged victims. The previous superseding indictment charged the conduct as a single violation. Prosecutors additionally revised the racketeering charge to include a second special sentencing factor related to a new sex trafficking offense. A new sex trafficking offense. It clarifies that Combs kidnapped and threatened one of the victims who was allegedly dangled over an apartment balcony, among other allegations. If found guilty, this sentencing factor could increase Combs' total time in prison. This is deep. People magazine was the first to report the news. And that ends this article. I will not share an opinion on this one. I'm just going to leave it right here and let you all form your own opinions of this article, of what I have read to you. It's a lot of charges. It's lengthy. It's a lot of accusations. We will have to see come May 5th when the trial starts. Leave your comment, like I said, in the comment section. Click like, click share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about Sean Diddy Combs being on trial. Now Cassie have decided to testify using her own name. There are other victims that I did not know was a part of this trial, and they prefer to remain anonymous. One of these victims is accusing Mr. Combs of hanging her, having her dangling over an apartment balcony. This is new to me. I didn't even know that this part of it, that this was part of the case. This is the first that I'm hearing these allegations. Everything that I'm saying to you is alleged, allegedly. I don't know that any of this is fact. I'm just bringing to you what was posted to the public. And I'm just learning that one of the victims accused Mr. Combs of hanging her from a balcony. Right? So, leave your opinion. Leave your comment. Let me know what you think. This is Marie's Message 411 TV, and I am Marie, bringing you another episode of our Hollywood celebrities. For all of my new subscribers, I welcome you. Go and watch my previous videos so that you can get acquainted with my channel. For my subscribers that have been with me from the beginning, I appreciate you. I love you. You are my best soldiers. Continue to support. I appreciate all of the support that I have received so far. I am getting ready to approach 1,200 subscribers, right? At the beginning of the year, I hit 1,000 subscribers. It is now April of the new year, and already I am almost at 1,200 subscribers. That's like 200 subscribers since the new year has started. Now, that is a big accomplishment, and I have to thank all of my subscribers and my supporters. I thank the SoFlo TV family, who has been a big support to me concerning growing this platform. Be good to yourself and be good to others. And until next time, this is Marie's Message 411 TV, and I'm saying bye-bye.